Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we got so much new information for the upcoming DLCs in Minecraft Dungeons. In fact, we have found out about 4 new DLCs. We also got some news about a new difficulty that surpasses Apocalypse and much more from the Minecraft live event that went on recently. So today I'm going to be breaking down everything that was unveiled in the Minecraft live event about Minecraft Dungeons. There were also 2 articles released that tell us a lot about what is to come in the future of Minecraft Dungeons. One of them was posted by Mojang themselves, and the other was actually posted by an article website. And I believe that this website got some exclusive info from Mojang themselves because they actually use the artwork for the next DLC, Howling Peaks, and I did not see this used anywhere else, even on Mojang stuff. I have a lot of news to break down and talk about with you all, so let us get right into it. First of all, the next upcoming DLC was announced to us. It is called Howling Peaks, and it will also come out with a free update alongside it, which has some stuff that I would like to talk about, but I'll get to that in a moment. Now, we actually know that this is going to be coming in December, thanks to a post from the official Minecraft Twitter page, so we're not going to have a shortage of content. We have content on the way, and you can definitely expect it very soon. With this new free update that's going to be coming out, we are also going to be getting crossplay, it seems, because it was announced. That's why you see 4 players in the gameplay, and they actually showed 4 players all on different devices, and they stated that crossplay will be coming. This is going to be a part of the free update, so everybody's going to have access to this. Now that I've talked about the more general stuff, let's talk about the new stuff within that general stuff. With the Howling Peaks DLC, we have a new map, and we actually know the names of the 3 levels in this map, and that is in the exclusive website post that I was talking about earlier, so I will be getting to that. There's a lot of detail to be talked about with that, and a lot in general, so I really recommend that you watch this whole video because we got a lot of information and you do not want to miss any of it all the way up until the end. It's going to be pretty back. But anyways, we get to see a pretty decent amount of the new levels that are within this new map. And a quick thing to point out is that we got a goat. We got goats on this level. Looking good, my friend. Looking really good. We got these wind turbines, we got this bridge area, and then we have this amazing new level, which seems like it will be a part of this upcoming DLC, just because some features of the level do have unity with elements found in the other levels shown to us for this map, so it all adds up, and it is looking really cool. There is a lot more to show of the new maps, and we'll be getting through that as we go along, but one thing I want to bring your attention to is the new artifact that we see in the 3rd slot of this character. And after looking through the footage that we have received from the Minecraft live event, there's actually a little clip of this artifact in use, so we get to know what it's all about. And well, it's essentially a bomb. You throw it and then the enemies get set on fire and they take damage over time. They also take initial damage that is higher than the damage over time, and to note, it can also hit multiple enemies, so that's cool. It doesn't look too powerful in this footage that we see. One thing that I can say is it seems like the cooldown on this artifact is pretty short, about 10 seconds or so, because right after using the artifact, it starts to replenish pretty quickly. I don't think we'll see this as a top performing artifact from the looks of it right here, but nevertheless, it is a cool addition to the game, and I'm all for adding different elements to the game, whether it's fire, water, air, whatever it is. I definitely like it. Within the clip that showcased the new artifact, you may have also noticed that there were some new mobs, and yes, there definitely were. We have this new buffalo mob type, which looks awesome. I'm not sure if this was in normal Minecraft before. I don't think it is. If I'm wrong, my apologies, but nevertheless, it's in Minecraft Dungeons now. It wasn't before, and it looks pretty cool. Definitely, I would say one of the coolest looking mobs in Minecraft Dungeons. I'd even say my top 2. The Royal Guard was my favorite. This might be my favorite now, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see when I actually get to see it a bit more in game. The second mob that we see is a new variant of the Illager. It kind of rides in on a dark cloud, it appears, and it's kind of invulnerable when it does that. It seems it reflects any attacks, or at least projectiles. Not much else is shown. It's not a mini boss or anything, it's just a regular mob. It seems it was really easy for the players to defeat it, but nevertheless, it looks really cool. I love the design of it. And one thing that I want to point out is that the weapon that this mob is using may become available to us. And I actually have a better image of this mob from the artwork for the new DLC. And if we zoom in on the mob, we see that it is holding a staff of sorts, and it's a turquoise color. It looks cool, elegant, new looking stuff, and this could become available to us, because with all, or at least most of the mobs in Minecraft Dungeons, if they have a weapon, it is also available to us. They do not have any unique weapons, at least for the most part from what I've seen. So we might be getting our hands on this amazing looking staff, and who doesn't want that? We also got this new pillager variant that we get to see, and it looks like the pillager is wearing a new piece of armor and a new weapon as well. So it is very likely that we are going to be getting our hands on those. So that is definitely exciting. I really like the design of the armor that the mob is wearing, and the weapon is interesting as well. I'm curious what perks it's gonna have for sure. All right, now we're getting to some even crazier stuff. This is further in the future. Okay, this is not coming in the December update, but nevertheless it's coming, and now we know about it. We got the Nether DLC. Looking good. It carries over some mobs from Minecraft from the Nether DLC into Minecraft Dungeons. I don't think all of them. I saw the Wither Skeleton, Blazes, some Pilgrims, I believe, and surely there will be some more mobs that we will get to see as well. I'm wondering what the boss will be for the Nether DLC. Will we see the Wither? Maybe not. Maybe they'll want to show us a new boss. That's a potential for what we will see. Within the footage that we received for the new Nether DLC, we actually got to see a new weapon as well. That is looking like it is on the level of the broadsword in terms of its size. It is a big sword, just like the broadsword is, and I'm glad to see. I actually said before that I would like to see some more big swords introduced. I think it was in my top 10 coolest items video there I talked about that, and well, they delivered. I'm not sure if they heard my calls, but they did it, and I think it looks really cool, and I would love to see this become a very viable weapon in the game, because I would not mind walking around with that big sword instead of a pickaxe, tell you the truth. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see on that, but that is a new item. Next up, let's shift from the Nether DLC to a ocean DLC. We are going underwater, aqua. Okay, we are gonna have some fun, because this is a very cool looking theme. We didn't get too much of a look at it, but from the little bit of a look that we did get, I love it already. The colors used and the levels shown to us are just phenomenal. I love the combination of all of them. Very aesthetically pleasing. Then, just to top it all off, we couldn't just end it by just showing the underwater level, but they had to show some pufferfish. They had to. Just look at them. They are amazing. Also, we get to see this kind of shipwreck looking level where you are underwater on a ship that sunk, and that is quite an intriguing place to be. I've personally always wanted to be in the Pirates of the Caribbean, so if I can venture there through a Minecraft Dungeons level, be assured that I'm going to take it, and I'm going to go to that ship underwater and see what it's like over there. You know, we got the Howling Peaks DLC, the Nether DLC, the Ocean DLC. You might have thought that it would have ended there, but no. We also got the End DLC, and we've known that the End and Nether DLC may be coming, kind of new, but now it's confirmed, okay? And we get to actually see what it looks like in Minecraft Dungeons, and it's looking pretty cool. As you can see, it's Ender themed. We see a lot of Ender blocks. We also see that there's an Ender portal, so looking good. Good to see that Minecraft Dungeons has stuck true to the Minecraft origin. I really like the theme of the Ender. I think it is going to be a really fun DLC to play in, and I am really hoping that for the boss of the End DLC, there's going to be the Ender Dragon. Now, unfortunately, even though I really hope that this is the case, I think that they're not going to make the Ender Dragon the boss for the Ender DLC, unfortunately, and they are going to make some other boss. This is something that we're just going to have to wait and see how everything folds out. I really think it would be amazing to have an Ender Dragon as the boss. It would be my favorite boss in Minecraft Dungeons, but I unfortunately just do not think that that is very likely. That's it for the Minecraft Live event itself. But wow, do we got a lot more to talk about. We got the two more articles. First, I'll start off by talking about the Mojang posted article, and then I'll get into the big exclusive article. In addition to the new DLC getting announced right at the start of the event for Minecraft Dungeons, we also right away got to know about Crossplay coming to the game. That means no matter what device you're playing on, whether it's PS4, Xbox One, PC, Nintendo Switch, whatever you're playing on, you can also play with your friends, no matter what device they're on. So that's great. We've been asking for this for a while, and it is definitely great to see this implemented. But what's even better is to see that this is coming in November of this year. So it's coming out very soon, and it says major update. So alongside with this crossplay, it seems like we will also receive some other features or a new level, new items, stuff like that. Hopefully we get to see a new system implemented into the game, like we saw the new villagers get added into game. Something like that would be great to see. Only time will tell. However, the title of major seems very promising. So we have the big free update coming out in November, but after that comes the new Howling Peaks DLC in December, and alongside with that, as announced in this article, there will also be a new season pass coming out. So this is basically going to be like the Heroes Edition that we had, where if you purchase it, you will get a cape, some extra pets, and also essentially pre-order multiple DLCs. I'm definitely curious to see what new cosmetics they're going to come out with this new season pass, and also if they're going to unveil the next DLC that's going to follow the Howling Peaks DLC in the description of this season pass. But either way, we're going to find out shortly, as December is coming really close. The article also reveals the name of the new boss that we will be seeing in the Howling Peaks DLC. The name is the Tempest Golem, and it says that this boss summons howling winds, and that we need to put our windbreakers on. So I recommend getting your windbreaker jackets on to your Minecraft Dungeons character and heading in to fight this boss afterwards. It seems that we have a visual for this boss in the artwork for the Howling Peaks DLC. If we take a look, there it is. It matches the name quite well. It's a golem, so a lot points to this being the boss of the DLC. And I mean, it's got some gold, it's got some pink, it's got some turquoise, and it's got some gray. It's a great color combination. I love the look of this boss, and that blade that the boss has looks pretty daunting for sure. You want to stay clear of that. And the overall aesthetic of the boss is one that I really like, and definitely ranks up in the top favorite bosses for Minecraft Dungeons for me. Next up, some big news. We are getting Apocalypse Plus, which is going to add 20 new difficulties higher than Apocalypse, where the power cap will be increased. We will get better items, and it's gonna be more difficult. So that's good to hear. A lot of new difficulties to progress through, and I am wondering what this is going to look like. How difficult is this going to be? Is this going to take me 2 months to get to the last difficulty, or am I going to be able to do this within a couple of days? Well, we'll see. And it's good to see that they're adding a higher difficulty. Been wanting it. Definitely really good for the game. And that's it for the Mojang article about Minecraft Dungeons, but fear not, that is not all. Now to talk about this big article that came from Windows Central. Right off the bat, I want to give you a long look at the new artwork for the Howling Peaks DLC. It looks amazing, and there is a lot to take from this, so let's have a look. Okay, let's analyze this artwork. Now, we already have some things that we've taken a look at, like the boss and also the new Illager mob, but we got some other stuff. As you can see, we got 4 characters at the top of this thing that they're standing on. We got a new weapon. It seems it is this diamond blade. It kind of looks like the eternal knife, but it is actually a new weapon type, and we'll take a look at the base version of it in a moment. But this blade looks really awesome. And speaking of looking awesome, I mean, take a look at the armor that the player has equipped that is using this weapon. We got some emeralds in play here, and wow, it looks really cool. It really stands out from the other characters on this artwork, in my opinion at least, and the touches of gold that it has just make it even better. I'm curious to find out what the perks of these items are. Could be some amazing items, so that's definitely something to look forward to. Next, I want to look at the second character that we've got on our screen, and wow, it does not disappoint, because we get goat's armor, which I mean, how much is there to say about it? You're wearing a goat. You are wearing a goat's armor. It looks great. And on top of that, the character is also using a new bow, which looks really awesome. It looks like it has some orangish shades going on, and the overall shape of it is pretty unique and makes for a great appearance. So overall on this character, I love the goat armor especially, and the bow is definitely great as well. Next up, looking at the character to our right, and this character is rather interesting because, well, it seems like they're not even wearing armor. If it is a piece of armor, it is a really light piece of armor, and the perks that it's going to give you are going to be very heavily damage and avoidance based. As for the weapon that this character is using, it is just the Fangs of Frost, so nothing special there. Finally, I want to talk about the last character, and this is rather interesting because we got some stuff to take from here. We have a new piece of armor, and also we either have a new item or it's an artifact being used. Could potentially be a new artifact, so this is something to talk about. First of all, the armor. Well, this is all green looking, and it is definitely a unique variant of a base armor, and I will show you the base version of this armor shortly. But I really like the green version of the armor. It has so many different shades of green, and it just combines very well together to make a solid piece of armor. Now, if you take a look at the hand of this character, you'll see that only in one hand they're holding something that looks to be like a book, like a tome, and it has a purple glow around it. This is interesting because my first guess would be that this is a new artifact, just because typically weapon types are not at all like this in terms of just being a tome and not an actual weapon. But it could also be that this could be a weapon type, a new weapon type, a tome, and this could be used for spellcasters, and it would increase the damage that you deal with your artifacts, for example, and it could give you artifact cooldown reduction, for example. Even though these are armor traits, I could see that being applied to a weapon potentially. Maybe this isn't a tome at all, but I think the most likely option here is that this is an artifact being used, and that is why the character has a tome in their hand. Now, other than the really cool map design that we see on this DLC as well, there's one final thing to point out, and that is a new mob that kind of looks like the new boss, but is a much smaller version and a more simple looking version. And what this really reminds me of is the Jungle Awakens DLC, where we had the Jungle Awakens DLC boss, and then we also had the regular mob that in a sense looked similar to the boss, but at the same time was much simpler and was just a regular mob, not even a mini boss. So I think that's what's going on here. Makes a lot of sense. But at that, the mob looks really cool. Again, you're using some of those kind of tealish, turquoise colors, some yellow, some gold, and some gray. And I think this serves very well as a kind of sub mob underneath the main boss. It really works together and kind of gives you this feeling of the DLC being more complete, because it just kind of makes sense to have these mobs and then the main boss. Also, the names of the 3 new levels coming with the DLC have been revealed. We got Windswept Peaks Colossal Ramparts, and Gale Sanctum. Now, the names were not directly connected to the actual levels, but from taking a look, you can kind of put the names to the levels. For example, the Windswept Peaks, that seems like the level with the peaks and the snow. There's a big correlation there. Then we also have Colossal Ramparts, which we can connect to the map that looks a bit colossal and fits the name of Ramparts. So for example, this map here. And then for Gale Sanctum, it really makes sense for this to be the kind of desert Egyptian type of level. And this is what the Windows Central website speculates. It speculates that that is how these names correlate to these levels. And I think it makes a lot of sense. So I think we kind of got that part figured out. One more cool thing I want to show you purely on the level of level design is this cool looking area with the two flags coming down and an entrance. I really like the use of these banners. It reminds me of a Viking theme on these peaks with the snow. Here is another really cool part of a level that we get to see. This looks amazing. We got some really advanced looking stuff going on, kind of a steampunk type of thing going on as well. Then we have this kind of gate and door that I'm guessing gets opened if you complete the puzzle. And I mean, wow, this looks incredible, especially that gate. It really looks mystic. And then we got this catapult contraption that has fire around it, and it itself looks like it's almost about to go on fire, and it just looks phenomenal. Next, to show some more new items, these are mostly the base variants of the items that you saw before in the artwork. So first we see a character that has the new weapon type equipped, which perfectly matches with the diamond unique variant that we saw of this earlier in the artwork. And then also earlier in the artwork we saw a green looking armor on the character that was the lowest out of all of them. And here we have the base version of that, which has the same shape and same kind of outline, but it is a more generic version. Here we have a picture of 3 new armors. One of them is the goat armor, which we already saw, but then we have this new tundra looking armor, you know, ready for the snow. You're ready to take on the cold. And then we have the base version, I believe, of the emerald armor that we saw earlier. The shape of this armor is the same as the other armor, but the coloring is a bit different. Also, if I'm not mistaken, I see a llama, and to me it looks different than before. I think it kind of got retextured, so maybe this is still the Wonderful Wheat pet and it got changed a bit. Maybe only when you're on this DLC map it gets changed, or maybe it's just a passive or an aggressive mob that we just don't get to see very much in detail because this is a picture. But either way, it is a new texture of a llama, it appears. Then it looks like we've got a new bow on this character wearing the goat armor. It is turquoise and it matches the theme of the other new items that we've been seeing for sure, so it makes sense that this is a part of this DLC. Also, one thing to point out is behind that character there is either a new mob or a player. I think it is a player with new armor that we don't get too great of a look at, and also a new pickaxe. It looks like a brand new pickaxe, because it's not the diamond pickaxe, that's for sure, because it does not appear that it's the diamond pickaxe, even though it is also bluish. It does not seem to have that same teal color like the diamond pickaxe does, and it does not seem like it is the regular iron pickaxe. I mean, it definitely seems like it has a different shape. There's no way to be certain on this, but for me it seems like this is a new character with a new piece of armor and a new weapon equipped. And here we have what looks to be the unique version of the turquoise bow that we saw previously. And while it definitely delivers on being a unique item, just looking at the shape of it, it reminds me of Medusa. I mean, it is quite unique for a unique bow. And the shape of it is just so unique compared to other bows that I think that this is going to be one of the best looking bows in Minecraft Dungeons when it comes out. Well, everybody, what are your thoughts? So much new info, so much new stuff coming out very soon on November and then on December. a lot to look forward to. And you know, if you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to see more videos like this. Also, comment down below what your thoughts are on all of the new stuff that we have found out about, and if you look forward to playing everything that is coming out, or if you are not so looking forward to anything. Let me know. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to check out my other videos as well. I got Let's Plays going on for Minecraft Dungeons and Minecraft. Also, so many other videos for Minecraft Dungeons and more content on the way. Especially, let me know what you all want to see, and I always look through the comments and see what you all have to say. But other than that, everybody, I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.